Today we are talking about cardinality and then sets. So we talked about cardinality before. We're just going to go back and do it again with a Venn diagram. So this one wants me to draw a Venn diagram given these two sets, A and B, and then I need to find the cardinality of A, the cardinality of B, the cardinality of the A intersected B, and the cardinality of the union of A and B. So what I want to do is I should have drawn more space in between my two circles because I wanted to write numbers inside. Okay, then I want to go ahead and I want to start off by filling in the numbers that are in both A and B. So what numbers do I have that are both A and B?
6.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9.
Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, questions on how we got those four numbers? Okay. Then what I'm going to do next is I am going to find all of the other numbers that I didn't write in the middle. I am going to find them for A. So all of the other numbers that aren't 6, 7, 8, and 9 are going to go inside the A circle. Does anyone have those numbers?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
And then B is 10, 11, 12.
Yep. Okay, so then I need to go find the cardinality of each of my sets. So cardinality of A is how many total numbers are inside all of the A circle.
Five.
Mm-mm.
No?
It's a 9.
Yeah, it's 9 because you.
Oh, not okay.
They're like, yeah.
My bad.
Oh, shit.
Remember to mute yourself when you're done talking. Okay. If you can't stay quiet, I'm going to kick you out. Okay. What is the cardinality for B?
What is 7?
Count it. Oh, no. You're right. I was thinking of the homework. Yeah, 7. 7's right. Okay. What is the cardinality of the intersection of the two?
4.
4. And the cardinality of the union of the two?
12?
Yep, 12.
Okay.
So that's how many total numbers I had between the two sets. Okay. Then it also wants me to come up with a formula for the cardinality of a union. I'm going to write this in black because it's not part of the answer, but it is helpful. So so for the union, what I can do is I can add the two regular sets together, the cardinality of A and B, and then if I subtract the overlap, it will give me the union. The reason this works is because the overlap is counted twice. So when I subtract it, it gets rid of the double counting. So notice if I did 9 plus 7, it would give me 16. Minus 4 gives me 12. So that would work in the future. Questions on number 1? Okay. Number 2 is similar. So I want to do the same thing. I am going to do a better job of spacing my circles so I actually have room to write in the middle. Okay, what letters go in the middle this time?
L, M.
Did you say 2 letters or 3 letters?
I said 2. I'm looking for another one.
There's one more. Comes
G.
before L.
G.
Yeah. G. Okay. Okay, then I want to write all my letters that belong in A.
And that's gonna be A, C, F, K, and P.
Mm-hmm. And then I am looking for my B letters.
O, Q, R, T, Z.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then I want to go ahead and find my cardinalities.
It's 9 for A.
It's 9 letters for A. How many letters in B?
8.
8. Okay, in the intersection.
So basically what we're doing is like the first set of numbers is just going to be for numbers that are only in A. And it's going to be for only numbers that are part of B, and
Mm-hmm.
N is the little spot between that they both share.
This one? This symbol or this N? Because this is the letter N. Remember, this is the intersection symbol.
Yeah, I meant intersection or
Oh, okay.
I was just,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why the answers are what they are.
Oh, yeah. So 9 is the total number of letters inside of the A circle. 8 is the total number of letters inside the B circle. And I don't have
That's
this
what I
answer.
thought.
Yeah. And then
Okay.
this answer will be the part that they share. So how many is
Gotcha.
that? How many? What? Yeah.
3.
And then union is how many total letters are between the two.
Should be 14.
Yes, should be 14. Questions here? Okay. Is it okay if I move on to number 3? Okay. Okay, I can move on now. So this one is comparing different kinds of gambling in the states. Our universal set is going to be 50 because there's 50 states in the US. It tells us that 40 states have some form of casino gambling. 44 sell lottery tickets, and 36 have both casino and lottery tickets. We want to draw a Venn diagram to represent the survey results, and then to find how many states have only casino gambling and how many states have neither. So in this Venn diagram, we're just going to write our cardinalities inside the pieces of it. So I am going to have C for casino, L for lottery. And then if I look at the information, which piece do you think I fill out first?
Intersect.
Yeah, how much is in the intersect?
36.
Okay. So 36 is in the piece that's in both. Then how am I going to figure out how many is just casino?
Subtract it.
Yeah. So I am going to subtract 36 from the 40 that was for casino, which gives me
4.
gives me 4. Okay. Then what do I want to do next?
So 36 from the 44 lottery states.
Yep, I want to take the 36 away from the 44 in the lottery states, which is
8.
8. And then because I am working with a universal set, there's 50 total states in the US, I need to figure out how many don't have any kind of gambling. Any ideas on how I would do that?
Well, that would be 50 minus 36.
Not 36, because that's just the piece that overlaps. There's still states that just have casinos and lotteries. You're on
You'd
the right track.
add them all up and then subtract from 50.
Yeah, you could add them all up and subtract from 50, or I'm going to subtract them all from 50. So how many states do I get?
Be 2.
Yep. So I just need to write 2 somewhere in that rectangle. And then I need to make sure that I'm going ahead and answering the questions it asks at the end. It's asking how many have only casino. So how many had casino only?
4.
4. And then I want to figure right how many had neither.
And that'll be 2, right?
Yep. Questions there.
Is there going to be another one like that?
Yeah, there's one more like that.
Okay.
Can I move on? This one is talking about an average year. So this means our universal set is going to be 365 because in an average year, there's 365 days. I think in most instances, the problems that you work with will tell you how big your universal set is. Then it says in Columbus, Ohio, there are 163 days with some rain, 63 days with some snow, and 24 days with both. We want to draw a Venn diagram to show that, and then find how many days have only rain, only snow, and neither. So I have R for rain, S for snow. Okay, where do I want to start here?
With rain?
With rain?
Yeah.
No, because
Oh
the
no,
rain has overlaps
the intersection.
the intersection. How much was in the intersection?
24.
Okay, then what do I want to do?
No rain, right?
Yeah, now I can do the rain.
Okay.
So how do I get the rain?
That'll be 163 minus 24.
Yep.
And that'll be 139.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then what do I want to do next?
The snow.
Yeah, I want to do the snow. So I'm going to do what to find snow?
Subtract 24 from 63.
Yep.
39. 39.
Yep, 39. Am I done filling in this Venn diagram?
No, you need to subtract from 365.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 365. And what numbers am I subtracting?
139, 39, and 24.
Yep.
163. That's funny.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so we get 163 days that have other kinds of weather. So like sunny days, fog, stuff like that. Now I need to go ahead and answer. It has 3 questions for me at the end. So I want to find how many have only rain.
That'll be the
Yeah.
139.
That'd be the 139. Then only snow.
39.
And then neither.
163.
163.
Yeah, 163. Questions there? Okay, then I will move on to number 5. So this one is looking at a survey of people, whether they have tattoos and or body piercings. It's asking 500 people. Of them, 79 say they have a tattoo only, 31 say they have a piercing only, and 151 people have at least one of the two. We want to draw a Venn diagram, and then we're going to find some percents on this for people who have a piercing, that have both, and have neither. So T for tattoo, P for piercing. Okay, so on this one, where do I want to start? It's a little different than the last one.
You would subtract 79 and 31 from 151, right?
I can start there. What would that give me?
What they have in common. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so that is the overlap. And that would be 151. Wait. You said subtract, 79 and 31. Which gets you,
41.
yeah, 41. Okay, then what else can I do?
And
James, why don't you go ahead and talk?
I was, don't they give you the tattoo and the piercing, right? 79
Yeah.
and 31?
Yep, so you just write those ones in. Okay, then I just need to figure out how many people don't have either of the two.
Would that one be 500 minus the 151?
Yeah. And the reason we can use the 151 here is because the 151 is the number of people who have at least one of the two. So it counts everybody in those two circles already.
Okay. 349.
349. Questions on filling out this Venn diagram? Okay, then it asked me for percents for my answers for the number of people who have piercings.
This part we can use our calculator, right? Like you can
Yeah.
put it into a fraction and then find it like that.
Yeah.
We have I have like a TI 84, so
yeah. Okay, I can show you on a TI 84 when I get to typing it in.
It's like alpha y equal or something like that.
But first I need to know how many people have a piercing.
Um,
31. 30.
No, because it's everyone who has a piercing, not just piercings only.
Oh, would that be?
It's gonna be like 41 plus 31.
Yeah. So So 41 plus 31, which is 72 total people who have a fraction, who have a piercing. Then I want to make a fraction to find the percent. So I have 72 over 500. You can type it in as a fraction like you were saying, Annie, or you can just do 72 divided by 500.
Yeah.
And that works too. It gives you a decimal. And then to turn into a percent, you can multiply by 100.
Yeah, you just move the decimal point 2 places over to the left, right?
To the right.
Or the right, sorry.
Yeah. So that's 14.4% who have a piercing. Then I want to find the number for both.
That's just 41, right?
Yeah, that's just the 41. So I'm going to do the 41 divided by 500.
That's 8.2%.
Yep. Okay, and then it also wanted me to find the percent of people with neither.
%69.8%.
Yeah, that's the final answer, and there was 349 people. So the decimal is 0.698, and the percent is 69.8%. Questions there?
Like a test or something, would we just be able to put the percentage, or do you want everything else with it?
On a test, you'd be able to put the percent, but the more work you show, the more points I can give you back. So like, if for this one, instead of adding 41 and 31, you made a mistake and added 41 and 79, I could give you partial credit if you showed all your steps. Because I would see you had the right idea, but you just picked the wrong number kind of thing.
It's more about the process sometimes than the answer, you know?
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to go over number 6 because when I did this with my other classes, I ran a little over because this works a lot faster for some reason in person than it does online. And so I'm just going to write the answers here so you can go back and check your work. So Coke is 60.7%. Pepsi is 44.6%. Both is 14.7%. And neither is 9.4%. Oh, and I forgot to say, there is a question on the test that's like numbers 1 and 2. It would be worth 5 points. You'd get 1 point for the Venn diagram and 4 points, 1 for each of the cardinalities. And then there's a problem that's like 3 or 4, where you would get 1 point for the Venn diagram and then 1 point for each question it asks. And then there's one more thing on here that's also on the test. It's more like number 7. Does anyone still need more time to write down the answers for this one? So there's also another one like number 7. It's a 3-set Venn diagram. This one is looking at people who are in the jail and what they've been arrested for. They're looking at 300 people in the jail. They are specifically asking about drug-related offenses, domestic violence, and theft. This guy finds that 194 have been arrested for theft at some point. 210 have been arrested for drug offenses. 170 have been arrested for domestic violence. And then in addition to that, there's 142 people who've been arrested for both theft and drugs, 111 who have been arrested for both drugs and domestic violence, and 91 that have been arrested for both theft and domestic violence. Then 45 people have been arrested for all 3 crimes. So we want to draw a Venn diagram. I am going to use D for drugs and V for domestic violence. If I at any point switch V and D, let me know. I kept doing that yesterday. And then T for theft, U for universal.
The universal number would be 300, right?
No, not quite, because the universal number is 300, including all of the numbers inside the circles. So the 300 we're going to use last here. But is there something that I know for sure can go into any of those pieces?
The all 3 number?
So this one is 45. So I want to start off by writing the 45 in the center. Okay. So what I would personally do on this one is I would work backwards from the information they gave me. So starting at the 45, I would work backwards. Then it tells me 91 have both theft and domestic violence. This includes people who have drug crimes. So I want to take the 91 and subtract the 45. That was theft and violence, though.
I can't see, yeah. Because of the way the screen is set up, I see everybody at the bottom. I wasn't able to see your paper.
Can you see it now?
Yeah.
So this was 91 minus 45.
$46.
Yep, 46. So this is going to go in the overlap of theft and domestic violence. And then I want to do the same thing for, what's the next one? 111 for drugs and domestic violence. Why am I not writing down the 45? Always going to be the 45 because that's the one in the center. So 111 minus 45.
So you're saying that like everything that we're trying to find will subtract it by 45?
For the 3 in this like kind of triangle-y piece. Because all of those are connected directly to the 45.
Gotcha.
And that one's 66.
Yep. Then I want to do the same thing for the theft and drugs. That number is 142.
97.
Mm-hmm. Then my other sentences tell me how much people have been arrested for the total crime. So 170 total people were arrested for domestic violence. So what I want to do is, that was V for violence. I want to do 170 minus all three numbers inside the violence circle. Sounds weird. So I want to subtract 66, 45, and 46.
$13.
Yeah, 13. And then I want to do the same thing for drug. 210 is drug. So I'm going to subtract all the numbers in the drug circle, which are 66, 45, and 97.
So 2.
2. And then same thing for theft. Total theft was 194. So I'm going to subtract 97, 45, 46.
So basically, to find the answers for all of the outside circles is you take everything that makes up that circle and basically subtract it by what the problem says the total for, like, so for theft, like, you would take the total that the problem gives you and subtract it out by the other components of the circle, basically.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. So does anyone have a theft only number for me?
6.
Yeah, 6. Okay, then all I'm missing is the number of people who did other kinds of crimes. So this one is the longest piece. I am going to, there was 300 people in this jail. I'm going to take 300 and then subtract all of the numbers inside the circles. Usually I just read straight across. That way I kind of keep my place on what I've already written down. But you can write it down in whatever order you want.
$25.
Yeah, 25. Okay. Now that I have my Venn diagram filled out, I want to go back and answer these 4 questions. So how many people were only arrested for just drugs?
2.
2. How many people were arrested for theft and domestic violence, but not drugs?
2.
19.
No.
Yeah, 65.
46.
46. Because you're looking at the overlaps of the theft and domestic violence circles, but excluding the part that has drugs. So ignoring this 45, it would be just the 46. Questions on that one? Okay, then I want to do theft or drugs. So it could be one or the other or both.
See, for some reason, again, my computer like hyper zoomed into the page, so like I can only see like the 25 in the corner of your
I
page.
don't know why it's doing that. If it makes you feel better, though, I was doing WebEx with my high school students this morning, and every single hour I ran into a different problem, and third hour was the worst. It completely crashed my computer and restarted it.
I'm sorry, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's no fun.
Yeah, I was really not looking forward to tonight because I'm like, I don't know what kind of problems WebEx is going to throw at me tonight.
Should I try logging off and getting back on? Do you think that might help?
It might if it doesn't, because it hasn't fixed itself automatically yet.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, try signing off and turning back on. So anyone have an idea of what they think theft or drugs is?
100.
Not quite.
Did you use 2 or 6?
What?
Did you use 2 or 6?
You use 2 and 6, but remember, this can be anyone inside the drug or inside the theft circle.
So 97, the original number.
No.
No?
Because it's anyone inside these two circles. So what I have to do is I have to add all those numbers inside the two circles. So I'm going to add 2, 66, 97, 45, 46, and 6.
Start at 262.
Yeah, 262. Okay, and then the last one is asking for how many people didn't do any of those crimes.
Would that one be 25?
Yeah, this one would be the 25. Questions here? Annie, did the screen problem get fixed?
Yeah, it's better for me now.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready for me to move on.
You're good.
I can move on?
Yeah, I just need to take a picture real quick.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm just missing like the one part or whatever.
Okay.
Is there a way you could just zoom out a little bit more, or?
It's like that?
Yeah. Perfect.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So this one is looking at music. It's just like the last one, except with nicer numbers. There are 500 people listening to music that they're asking. 270 listen to hip hop. 320 listen to rock. And no, this was a mistake. This one, instead of saying rock and country, it should just say country. I realized this after everything was uploaded and people probably printed it out, so I apologize. Okay. So it tells me 140 listen to both rock and hip hop, 120 both rock and country, 80 hip hop and country, and then 50 listen to all three. So then I need to fill in this Venn diagram.
Let's start with the 50 again, right?
Yep, start with the 50. So if it ever tells me all three, or when I'm looking at a set of two, if it ever tells me that middle number, that's always where I want to start off. Otherwise, if it says something like rock only, then that's where I would want to start off. Okay. Then what else do I want to go ahead and get?
Rock and hip hop.
Okay. What was my total number for rock and hip hop?
140.
140. So I want to take the 140 and subtract the 50.
So that's, can you size your paper up a little bit, please?
Like that? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Thank you.
So how many people like rock and hip hop?
90.
90.
Yep, 90. Okay, then what do I want to find next?
How many people like country and rock?
Okay. So how many people listen to both?
It's going to be for both. I thought you had to find like how many people listen to country and then subtract it by 50, or is it?
Were you subtracted by both?
Yeah.
So it's
It'd
telling
be
me,
120.
yeah, so I have 120 people who listen to country and rock. That's the overlap. And then I want to subtract the part that's all three. So I want to subtract the 50.
Okay.
So how many people listen? How many people listen to just country and rock?
70.
Mhm. Okay, what would you like me to do next?
Hip hop and country.
Okay. How many people did it say listen to both?
80.
80.
And then I subtract the 50 again.
So 30.
Mhm.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Then I want to do the pieces inside the circle. So I have 160 people listen to just country. I'm going to do 160 minus all of the country pieces. So minus 30, minus 50, minus 70.
10.
Yeah, 10.
I'm sorry. This is just country.
This is just country, yeah.
Where did you get the? Oh, it's right there. My face.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the one where I accidentally wrote
cross
too
out.
much. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Okay, then I have hip hop. So the total hip hop was 270. I want to subtract all the numbers inside the hip hop circle, which is 90, 50, and 30.
120.
No.
No? Close. 90, 50.
100.
Yeah, 100.
And
Okay. Then I have the rock numbers, which is 320 minus all of the stuff inside the rock circle, which is 90, 50, 70.
$110.
And then I want to go find how many people don't listen to those three types of music. Which would be, there was 500 people surveyed. And then I subtract the 7 numbers from inside the circles.
$320.
No,
Nope. Damn it. $220.
you're way off. Was someone saying it?
40.
Yeah, 40.
Oh, hell off.
You might have forgotten probably one of your
Forgot
larger numbers,
something. Okay.
because those ones are worth a lot.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay. And then Annie sent a reminder in the chat to mute your mic when you're not talking. Okay. So now that I have my Venn diagram filled out, I can go ahead and answer these questions. How many people listen to only hip hop?
It'll be 100.
Yeah, that's the 100. How many listen to rock and country, but not hip hop?
70.
Yeah. So that's the piece right here because it's the overlap, but not including the overlap with hip hop. How many people don't listen to any of those kinds of music?
300.
Just the 40.
On the wrong end.
And then I'm looking for how many people don't listen to country music.
Now 300.
It's a little more than 300. I think you're forgetting this number
340.
outside. Yeah. So there's 2 ways to get the 340. You can subtract all the numbers outside. Take 500 and subtract all the numbers inside the country circle, or you can add all of the numbers outside. Personally, I like adding all of the numbers outside because it's less numbers to add. Okay, can I move on to number 9? Okay. This one is
Oh,
what?
sorry. Would you mind zooming out one more time? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I
Okay.
apologize.
No, that's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So number 9 is looking at heart attack victims and how or what risk factors they had before their heart attack. The 3 specific ones it's looking at are high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking. So I'm going to do B for high blood pressure, C for high cholesterol, and S for smoking. Okay, and then I apologize again. Apparently when I reviewed this for my typos, I just skipped this page. Instead of 290 heart attack survivors, it should be 690. I don't know how I messed that up. Those numbers aren't even close to each other on the keyboard.
$600, correct? 690?
Yeah, 690. So now we can get started on this problem. It tells us 62 people only had high cholesterol. So because it says the word only, that means I can already put it in the high cholesterol piece. Then it says 36 only had smoking. 93 only had blood pressure. And then it tells me there are 370 total people with high cholesterol, so the whole circle. 159 people with high blood pressure and cholesterol that didn't smoke, and 23 that smoked and had high cholesterol but didn't have high blood pressure. So from that sentence, smoked and had high cholesterol but not high blood pressure goes here, because it's in common between smoking and cholesterol, but it doesn't cover the blood pressure piece. Okay, then oh, I could also do the 159 with high blood pressure and cholesterol that didn't smoke, because that is excluding the third category. So it's just the overlap of those two, blood pressure and cholesterol. And then because I know the total number for cholesterol is 370 and I'm only missing one piece of the cholesterol circle, I can go ahead and take 370 minus the 3 numbers I have inside that circle. So 159, 62, and 23.
For the 126.
Yeah. Okay. Then it tells me 585 people have one risk factor. So that's everyone inside these circles should add up to 585. The overlap I'm missing is smoking and blood pressure. So I'm going to do 585 minus all of the 6 numbers I have inside the circles.
So 86.
Yes. Okay. Then I need to figure out how many people. It's a little too far off the screen. Then I need to figure out how many people don't have. Don't have any of those 3 risk factors. So what I want to do there is take, because I know 585 have at least one, I can take the 585 and subtract that from the 690.
It's 105.
Yep. Okay, so then I want to go ahead and answer these 4 questions. So how many survivors had all 3 risk factors?
It's
Five,
126.
585?
62? Oh no, that's high
126.
cholesterol among.
126, right?
Yeah, it's 126. The middle number on our Venn diagram. Okay, then I want to see how many people had exactly 2 of the risk factors.
Would you add everything that's in the intersected part?
Would that include the 126 or not the 126?
Not included.
Not included. So I would do the 86, the 159, and the 23.
Okay.
Because I'm looking for exactly 2 risk factors here.
Yeah, and the 126 is all 3.
Yeah, the 126 is all 3.
$268?
Yeah, 268. How many people had none of the risk factors?
105?
Yep. Okay, then I want to figure out what percentage of people were smokers.
So you'd add everything in the smoking circle, including the intersections, right?
Yep, everything inside the smoking circle. So 86, 126, 23, and 36.
$271.
Yeah, no, 217? Or did I write it down wrong?
I had 271.
Let me go back and add. Oh yeah, 271. I just wrote it down wrong. I was like, that's such a weird coincidence. So then I have 690 is the total number of people because I'm finding percent here. So I want to do 271 divided by 690.
39.4%.
39.3 is what I got.
3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our calculators disagree.
Questions there. Okay. 10 is similar, but so you guys have time to work on your homework. I'm going to give you just the answers for 10 again, like I did for the other one. Is it okay if I move on? Where did my 10 page go? So you can get started on the in-class assignment. Stay on the line until you submit it. And then you can also obviously ask me questions while you're working on it.